it for your records. Let me stop sharing and then share. What do you trade? Like a GJ or Euro USD? What do you trade?
All my coaches, everything, everyone, whatever I have searched have been with gold. So I've
Hmm.
been trying the stupid gold until I saw your YouTube and your videos and DJ. I started looking at it. But yeah, I'm just looking at that one. I mean, gold for me is like, it stresses me really heavy.
Yeah, gold isn't like a beginner pair. It's a real fast pair.
Exactly. So the wicks, it's, it's not that I have a stop loss really small ones. It's just, I don't know. I can't.
You're
So
good. So you're switching. Okay, so Forex is
I
the
don't mind. I'm not married to anything. It's just like I would like just something that I kind of stick with it. And right now, the last 2 weeks, I've been only trying to trade with the SMAs, using them as a support and resistance.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so as soon as it hits the 200 in any time frame, the bigger the better. Then I get into positions. But then obviously sometimes it's not being respected because the bias is obviously buys and I mean sales because it hits from, you know. So,
Yeah.
so lately it's like that's not even a strategy. I mean, I don't know.
Okay. I got you. I got you. All right. So, since I'm currently in this trade, like today, right here, right now, I just want to break down my trade that I'm in now, and then I can just break down like buys and sells and everything else. I just want to break down the trade that I posted on Instagram right now, so you can see why I took this trade.
Okay.
All right. Let me clear all this up. So since we are on GBP JPY, I just only need three time frames, which is my daily, then my 4 hour, and my 30 minute. So, we understand when it comes to the daily, nobody trades on the daily. You're only on the daily just to see like direction and what's going on. And for right now, all we see is where's the box? All we see is rejecting in this area. After this one, I'll do gold just to break down gold, but I'll do that after.
Uh, okay.
So with this GJ, we see that there is resistance, and you see that price all the way to the left has never came anywhere above it. So we don't really need these support and resistant boxes. All I care about is price because price is what's important. Price is what moves every single thing. So we're gonna go down to the 4 hour, and we see that we already still never. We're still just going down, just dropping big candles. Is your candles colored like you have them red and blue, or
I have some kind of pink and I can't remember the other one. But pink and black.
pink and black? Does it ever like mess with you mentally, the colors?
Now, actually, no, what it messes me up is the 1 minute time frame. And I see a huge
Oh.
candle and I get stressed and yeah, I just closed one that it was, I mean, I could have holded more than 200 pips, but it was in the negative. Obviously, in the next level, it went down 300, so I could have recovered that money. But
Hmm.
that's what messes me. I think the smaller time frames and that, and for example, there I wanted to ask you, but I just wanted you to finish on the daily time frame.
Hmm.
When you say it's five, can you go back so then I can explain exactly what my thought? I mean, I had a thought that just crossed my mind. Can you go back please to the daily time frame? When you say you are in buys, it's because what if it would have been, I don't know, like 3, 4 weeks before that it's dropping, it's creating higher lows? You still
Hmm.
consider it buys? Is it a fully buys for you at any
For
point of any
yeah, for sure. So for this, just in this particular example, I'm showing you why I'm in my trade. But if we just clear,
Okay,
so if we just
okay.
reverse this, if we did it like this, like we just
Yeah,
replayed
that
it and brought it
exactly.
back, this wouldn't be here. This would just be all buy, higher highs, higher lows. So you would only be in buys.
In buys. Okay, I got
Correct.
it.
Just for
Okay.
the reasonings for today, like just right now and showing you why I'm currently like making money in this trade, I have to show you why I'm in a sale because I rather tell you
Okay.
why I'm in a sale now, then I can do all this replay mode stuff.
Okay.
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 So we already see you already understand the higher highs and higher lows when it comes to the buys, but for today, why it sold was because we were just waiting on a sale. I already knew we were waiting on a sale because we haven't been into this territory or this price ever. So I only take interests on whole numbers always. Always, always, always.
Okay.
Never like if you see any of these numbers, I never trade anything 425, 489, where there'd be 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. It's always going to be a flat 0 0 or 50. Never 25 or 75. Never.
Okay.
Uh
Okay.
the reasoning why is just it just makes it so simple. Let's just say like this: if you own the bank and I own the bank, and we have 10 banks that we need everybody to be on the same page, it's easier for me to put everybody on the same page and say, "Hey, we're gonna take a sell at 216,400 versus 216,458,382, whatever
Yeah.
numbers."
Of
So,
course.
and for stop loss purposes and for entrance purposes and for exits purposes, it's easier to just enter, "Hey, I'm gonna enter at." So if we just had this at 0 0 0 2,600 flat. If you just entered a sale and just took off, you understand that hey, there's no reason that I should be in a drawdown. Let's just bring this all the way down. There's no reason that once we break below this whole number that we have written up, once we break below this, there's no drawdown. If I was going down into drawdown backwards, then I should be out of the trade, no matter what the pips are.
Uh, my problem right now. Yes.
So let me go back to the 4 hour just so I don't jump ahead. I just needed just so you understand that part. So why we're selling. So this we did not catch this trade. So since we did not catch this trade, I can only go off all sales and catch my trade in here. So where would you catch your trade in here? Like I said, I do everything on the 30-minute is where my entrance is. So I see that price got weak right here. So since we stopped this uptrend that it started making and it found a resistance where price is, I have to look at where's my box? Right here. So put it at 0 0 0 and take these boxes away. We don't want none of these lines. We want everything to be super simple. We missed all these sales right here. And we're not in these buys at all because we're only selling. So there's no questions about buys or sells. Price got weak over here. Price got weak right here. Price got weak right here. Price got weak right here. So if we miss this one, even though, we shouldn't have missed this sell right here. And this is my current trade right here right now that I'm in. Uh Took the sales, just waiting for it to continue going back down. So the whole number is 214.000. So there should be no question of what my drawdown is. And this is the 30-minute chart. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 candles times 30 minutes of it just sitting on this price. So I think to help you answering your question when you kept saying it like goes into drawdown or turns around in reversals and all that stuff, when you do it this way, it's way more. There's no reason that your trade or your chart should be at 214 point any numbers if it's at 0 0 0. You know what I mean? So if you have a
Yeah.
drawdown, if it's like this, okay, if we have a real world, if we have, 10 points of drawdown, okay, pull your trade. Take your loss so you're not losing no money. What is 10 points? 10 points is right here. So all I'm looking at is the middle. So it's 10 points. This is 10 points. So this was the trade that I'm currently in. If I had no drawdown, I guess my drawdown would have been 3.2 pips. But realistically, you just need a 10-point pip stop loss. There's no reason price should be over here. You should already be out the trade because we're only in sales. Why? Because we're at the whole number and we only take price under the number. So now I just wait and I do everything 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. So let me bring this up. 1 to 5. So this is a 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. The reason I do it that way is because Monday through Friday. So if I take a loss on Monday and Tuesday, I'm still winning because I'm up Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because I do 1 to 5. Now,
Okay.
if I lose all 5, then obviously I'm in a terrible week. But if I won Friday, but I lost Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm still up profitable, but it's not a lot because I take risk to rewards of 1 to 5.
Yeah, that's a big one. Okay. Question quickly. Why you didn't get in the first higher low from the left side?
Up here,
No, down, 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 down. When it stop,
right
when
here,
it bounce more down, more down.
more down, more
There,
down.
there.
Oh, because it's going up. Let me show you why. Because when you go down a time frame, you're gonna see that you're in a small lower time frame uptrend. So you're making higher highs, higher lows. If we went all the way
So
down to go ahead,
in that higher low, sorry to bother you here. Uh,
higher high, higher low right here.
exactly, or in the higher high, in the first higher high or the second higher high.
Uh-huh.
Why why you didn't put sales as well in there? Because there's only two candles and that was not enough for you for confirmation to go for sales.
Yeah, so the
You know what
reason
I mean, right?
100%, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
Like if for example I open the charts today and I see this. Oh my God, it's in white color. Sorry, I'm sorry. Let me just try to
You're good.
uh here. So if I open the chart somehow and I see this, exactly this here.
Uh-huh.
I will have okay expected. I don't know. It stops somehow here. There is a level. I don't know which level. Maybe the 600, the 700, somewhere here. And
Uh-huh.
then you place a sale, and the sale didn't work that much. You know my.
Correct. No, 100% correct. So this isn't like I wouldn't say this is something to where I don't want you to try to bulletproof it and think you'll never lose in life when it comes to trading. So you'll have situations like yes, you see the sales, you probably you looked right here. Let me see if I could if there's a whole number in here and you just do it to 0. What was it? 100 like
Yeah.
that. So you're saying like this and you would have took the sell. Okay. So
Yeah.
since you would have took this sell, um don't try to make it like a don't try to bulletproof any system or strategy because you're just gonna you'll there's not 100% thing. So this right here, if we get down to the small details of things, yes, you would have lost in the grand scheme of it reversing. Um, you never, if you entered right here, you never had drawdown, so you didn't lose no money. So all you're only in profit. So your thing is, well, I could just ask, okay, if you made 200, 300, 400, 500, 100 for the day, could you just close out in profit and just make that 100, 200, 300 for the day versus trying to make a home run or trying to make a long trade? Because you didn't have no drawdown. It's free money.
Correct. That will be then for you, like take partials. I don't know, 50% of the way, just to
Don't
secure something.
don't
No.
take partials. Don't do the partial game because then I rather take 100% of my trade than play I'm taking 25 out, 50 out, 70. That's too much. It's too much of a headache.
That's my headache currently. Okay. Will you put break even or also no? Yeah.
Don't no. I don't do no. Because
Okay.
think about it. Why put if you put it at break even? So my trade today, let me show you my trade today, why I can't do break even. So if the chart is like this, let's just say like this. If the chart is like this, and let me put it all the way down to the 5 just so you can see all the details on this example. Okay. If I entered,
Yeah, there will be weeks out in that
oh,
16.
where my GJ? There we go. All right. If I entered like this, just like this, and I put everything like you're saying at break even, I would just get
Yeah.
knocked out every single time. every single time. It did it one time, two times, three times, four times. Four times, but I'm still in my sales. So if I do that, I'm gonna lose four times.
Okay, let me ask you quickly
Mm-hmm.
something. So it goes on your way, and
Mm-hmm.
here you see that it's coming completely.
Yeah.
You just told me to get 100, better close 100 than make it in a loss.
I'm
So here you had a bit of drawdown, you know. When
yeah.
do you know when do you have to stop? When
When
trade is not making sense anymore, you know, or like,
when it's not make yeah, I got you. I got you. I'm trying to let me take this off. So you see in the middle where I have it at 10 pips, I would say 10 pips is where this
you
10
say no
pips
more.
is enough to for me to say there's no reason I need to be in this trade because when I'm winning, my winning trades are too big for me to be in big drawdown trades. And it doesn't make sense if I'm entering at 600 flat. There's no reason I should be all the way up here on the price side and it's at 692, 678, 700, 800. Well, I'm not, you know what I mean? We're going backwards. There's no reason I should be in the
Yeah.
trade. So I'll take a small loss. I'll take a
Okay.
$50 or $100 loss. It's a risk to reward game. You're gonna lose. How much do you want to lose? Just play the game. Like, I'm not gonna let you take this much from me, but I know I can make this much more. So you just got to make your losses small because our
Okay.
wins, just like me being on Zoom right here with you right now. This is the 5 minute chart. I have to wait for this to continue going down, or I can just pull out my profits right now and just be fine with my day. You get comfortable with it as you get more experience, but we already understand that we were in sales, why we're in sales. And if I was in full $2,000 down here and it came all the way back up to having me a negative $100. I just trust myself and my system and me making, I've been doing this too long to where I'm cool with it coming back. It just happens. I would love for it to just drop all the way down, but that's just not how it happened. So since it wants to do the up and down thing, and I'm just gonna sit right here with it
Okay.
until I can pull out my trade right here right now. I 100% can, but I'm not. So I it's gonna keep going down because it was going down on the 4 hour and the 30 minute, and we were at a resistance area, and you already see that we have all these sales. So I'm comfortable of just holding my trade.
Okay.
Did this make sense, or did you get
Mm,
confused in any of that?
now makes sense. So the support level is just because you found four candles that they were not able to cross the 600 and you didn't care about what happened to the left, right? Like,
No. Don't focus on the candles too much because it's you can get manipulated. Don't
okay.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Understand why. If you all right, let's just say you own gold. If you own gold and you're in the market, you have $1 trillion, you own gold. You need the world to be against your number. Like you can't have everybody on the same. If you're selling, you can't have the world selling because you make no money. You need the world buying. That's where we come
Yeah.
into play. That's where companies come into play. That's where governments come into play. There has to be a buyer and a seller. So if you own everything, why would you want, let's just say you own TradingView. If you own TradingView, how can I get the world to start buying or selling? I need mass market to be able to do something that I need them to do. So that becomes the news, that becomes social media, that becomes everything. That becomes platforms like TradingView. I can make all this so I can get somebody like retailers to trade. They have to look at data. They have to look at something. They have to put their money in brokers. They have to put their money in TradingView. They have to put their money in there. That's how gold makes their money. All right, cool. Now that we understand that, I'm not gonna be. I can if I can control all these candles and I can make them red, blue, like you said, yours is pink and black or pink and whatever. If you can change all that up, then that none of this makes us money. None of it. None of these indicators make us money. None of the colors, none of the candles. What makes us money and what makes whoever owns gold money is price. You can't manipulate price. I can pay the news media whatever they want to do to say whatever price they need to put out there for everybody to do what they got to do, but I can't manipulate price. I still have to take my gold and I have to either buy it from point A and sell it to point B, or buy it to point A, buy it to point B. Simple. It has to go from up to down, 100 to 200. I can't go around that. You can't go around that. Whoever owns any market can't go around. I got to take my money from one to two. So I take advantage of that. The That's why I don't need to look at all these candles and look at everything. I focus on price because price is how I make money. So I took price was at 600 flat. Okay, so if all these candles would have went way down here or way up here, when they get to this 600 and I see this resistance, I'm going off of price. I'm not going off of, oh, the candle did this or it did this. 600, nothing's going on. Nothing's passing up here. I'm only entering at 600. There's not one bank that is saying, or government that is saying, oh, we're not going to take the sale because this candlestick right here. They're just not.
Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, seeing this one, I will have tried sales here. I will have tried sales here. You know?
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, okay, so looking at right now at yours, I said, well, it comes from a little up here to the left
Mm-hmm.
side. It
Mm-hmm.
makes sense to start searching somewhere around here, you know?
For
But
sure.
all of this, but then I get crazy with all the past and the stupid gold, you know? So I was trying like, okay, well, makes sense what you do.
I like it.
But then I will have to gotten in here and then maybe,
Yeah, I don't know.
You're right. But look, you don't have this. None of this. If you're in sales, all of this is buying. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So there's no reason you should even be in sales if you see in this higher high, higher low. So why I'm able to capitalize on now it's going into sales is because one, it's not passing. It's just coming right back down under this number. So since it's doing that, now we're in a, let me clear all this so you can see everything clearly. Now we're doing higher low. So lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We're in sales now.
but your entry was exactly here before you knew that it was making lower lows. No? That's it?
Right here.
Oh, you,
Hold on. 600. So this happened already that you had marked up right here. This was already happened. So since this already
okay.
happened, we didn't enter right here. We didn't enter right here. We enter over here because it did it one time, two times, three times, four times, five times, six times, seven times. You could have entered.
Okay.
It didn't have to be none of these. It could have been the last one. And if you missed any of those, you're still in sales. So since you're still in sales, all I did was just from 600 to 500 because remember, like I said, we can manipulate anything in this world, but we can't manipulate the fact of we got to get from point A to point B. So if we're at 600 and we missed it, I'm gonna mark it up at 500 because we can't manipulate price. All right, so if we're at 500, you could clearly see right here, it broke down, break, retest, came up, you see your sell and still going down. So you can get in regardless if you missed it or not. Even if you didn't know this one and you say, oh, I just didn't know. You missed this one, oh, I didn't know. Well, you can't miss this one and this one. If you miss those, all right, you're just gonna have to wait for 500 or 550 because there's gonna be a time you're probably gonna have a question of, could I ever do 550, 525, 5? Don't do 25s and 75s. Yes, you could do the hundreds and you could do the 50s. Just don't do
Okay.
25s and 75s because there's a lot more trades you will make. 100% the hundreds. The 50s, just don't leave it out. Look, like this came up to the 50 mark and it dropped down into sales. So that's why I can't just say like
Okay.
disregard the 50s. But 25 and 75, so you're just not, oh, well, I can just put a bunch of lines on 25s and 75s. No, don't do that because you'll just lose a bunch of trades. Just the hundreds and 50s because that's just smooth, easier, more simple. So anytime you're in drawdown, like you were saying, you're tired of the drawdown, there's no reason you should be in drawdown if we just marked up this chart right here and you're seeing like we're not having crazy drawdown. So if you're in drawdown, you should just get out the trade because your profit is way more bigger than your drawdown.
So you're basically waiting for for a lower low or a lower high to be created to be sure that
Yes,
it's not
because that
creating higher highs and higher lows.
correct.
That makes sense.
And when the higher low, it's even better when the higher low. So if we're going into sales, when it started dropping down and made a higher low, it's even better because you already know you're at resistance points. You already know you're selling. So I want to sell at the highest point I can sell. And where am I going to do that at? It's either going to be at 600 or it's going to be at 550 since we're selling. And since I already missed the 500, the 600, next is 550. That's it for that, for sales.
Okay.
Did that make sense? Was that
Yeah. Yeah, it helped me. I mean, yeah, you wait a bit of confirmation to create lower lows or lower highs.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my question exactly with the other ones, because the other ones, they are not creating lower lows, so we're still in an uptrend.
Mm-hmm. And that the reason you're doing that's doing that is because you're dropping down lower time frames. So if we went all the way down to a minute and you understand that we're selling, well, you could be on the minute and you're probably like taking sales, but you're in like buying times. So this is the minute you could be like trying to take sales and you're like in these buying trends. That's why I don't do nothing on a minute chart.
Yeah, I can see my levels. I have tons of levels. Yeah.
Yeah. Because you have a bunch of higher highs, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. That's why I do
Exactly.
everything. I do everything
Uh,
on the 30.
okay. So whenever you see 2 or 3 candles for you, it's more secure that it's starting to change. Because
Yeah,
yeah, for me, in the 1 minute, 2 or 3 candles makes nothing.
correct. Because they're
Okay.
not important. The 1 minute is just not important. It's too small of a. I would only go down time frames strictly just because for more details. It gives me more details. It shows me the change. So if we just isolated this to where you just see this, it shows me the change in the market. Like we were going up, you found resistance. This is your resistance, and now we're going down. That's just it. For sale.
Okay.
Let me show you buys. Let's see what's buying. Oh, NAS 100 is buying right now. So let me clear all this up. All right. So for buys, and this same system works on anything. If you want to trade gold, Bitcoin, crypto, Forex, no matter what it is. So you don't have to stay on daily time frame charts at all. You don't have to look just straight. You see buys. You don't have to do the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Don't get confused or anything. It's just you see straight buys. So we're gonna go to the 4 hour and you're gonna see the same thing. Don't confuse it. Don't overthink it. I just don't want you overthinking higher time frames because we don't take our entries. We just need to see buy sell. We just need to see up down to make it more simple. Up is it going down or is it going up? We see up. All right, cool. Go to the 30-minute, drag it so it looks a lot more cleaner. All I'm doing here is looking for at all my quote unquote support areas, but it's really the price. I'm looking when I'm like doing this, I'm looking really over here. But I'll have these boxes just to show, just for teaching, just to show you. But I'm going to put a horizontal ray exactly like that. Take this away, whole number exactly. So all right, let's just say we didn't take no entrances right here, even though we could have took a buy right here, buy right here, buy right here, or buy right here. But let's just say, hey, we skipped all that, we missed it all. I'm going to see another 400. So you're just doing the same thing. Wherever price is currently at, where you see it doing all its drops at a certain price, you just box it up, put a whole number, just like I boxed it up right here, and I put a whole number so I can clearly see. This whole number is 400. We already knew that we were in buys on the daily and the 4 hour. It took us 5 minutes to look to just mark this up. Really like 3 minutes, just mark this up and understand, hey, we're buying. We don't have to look at anything else. So since we missed this, we missed this, we missed all of this, we're already up here. So I'm just gonna keep going up higher. So like right here, let's just go down a time frame just so you can see it more clear. Zoom in. All right, so I'm just looking to my left and seeing what is the whole number for right here. So it could be either 650 or 700. Let's try 650. 650. So now this is the 15 minutes. So this would be this morning. So all you would be waiting on this morning is trade like to happen like this, since you already know you're in buys and you're waiting for it to come down to 650.
But you will have gotten in the second week, right? I mean, you need the first week to see that it's reacting at a certain
Correct.
price.
Correct. So it would be this week
Exactly.
and still no
Okay.
drawdown. And then I don't know if you said you had issues with exits or anything like that, but you should understand just exit would be 800. Just like it came like right here. If it came, so this would have been your a trade already right here. And if you want more money, then obviously, all you do is just you could do it at 850. But at a certain point, it's gonna turn around on you. So you could just keep going higher and higher with it, but it'll turn around on you at some point. What
So
question?
in this point that you have right now,
Mm-hmm.
did the price for you created a higher high after your entrance? You see the higher high that is there, is that bigger for you?
Right here.
Will you have no where's mine? Here. Is this big enough confirmation for you that the price might try to make another higher here?
Yeah, because look.
Okay.
Well, one, look, the wick passed it.
Okay, so you take the weeks. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything is detailed because this isn't just like, oh, this is just like $1 or $2. Like these markets are like, wiping companies out. So these are like millions of dollars. Like these wicks aren't just, for here for nothing. So yeah, these are counted, higher high, higher low, higher high. And as you see right here was your higher low. So I mean, if you want to get technical, yeah, I mean, if you waited for your higher low right here, you could just do the same thing, 700, boom, like this, and you would just wait like this, and your entrance is right there. And even if you entered on any of these wrong ones, even though they're not wrong, because you're still entering on 700. You're not entering because the candle, you're entering at the price and you just see the reaction. You're reacting. So what is this? 22, 22 pips or 20 pips on NAS 100 to gain whatever. But if you're down here, there's no reason you should be down here. Like you should be you'd have got out the trade. You close out the trade if you're anywhere down here.
Okay.
And it should be on its way to make a higher high because you had a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It should be on its way to make a higher high. Give me your question.
Okay. No, I'm just thinking. I mean, right now, I don't know. I wouldn't have gotten in completely, never, because one candle for me will be like not enough to, to,
Mm-hmm.
especially because it went up and then it comes down again and then it closes here. Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
And it made a lower low for me. I don't know.
Lower
And
low. You're calling this a lower? Yeah. Well, no, no, no.
Lower from the previous candle. So for me, it will be like, okay, there is a chance that it could continue
Well,
going down.
this was your previous. So right here is like the starting, if you want to call it, this is your starting. So if this is your starting, then higher high, you just came back down, higher high, higher low, higher high. So at the end of the day, this is the higher low because look, your previouses are low, low, lower high, lower high. You see it?
all right.
Like these wicks are getting higher. They're not getting lower. So you wick, 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 wick.
What if
Mhm.
that's my problem. I think I'm overthinking everything.
Yeah, for
So
sure. You're 100% overthinking
perfect.
it.
So let's say we don't have
These three candles. We don't
Okay.
have these.
Okay.
So I see this one here.
And I
Mhm.
see that it created a lower. So for me, thinking it could come here more even down. It's still creating, it's still going up. But
But it didn't.
then, I don't know, but my drawdown will have been really big.
Well, why have a problem for something that's not there? It's like you're creating a problem and you're worrying about a problem that's not there.
Yeah, probably.
So even if it did, you close the trade. What's the worst thing? You close the trade, you lose a trade. You still have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Or you can just hop in your trade again if you're in the right position, but don't I think you're trying to like never lose, and that's just not a thing.
Well, I mean, I'm actually always losing. That's the problem. I have the other problem.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, don't overthink it. Don't think, what if this happens? What if this happens? This trade happened because it never like went away from this 700 number. So yes, it can play around right here, but it's not a losing trade unless it's down here. But you're not down here. You're right here at your 700 mark. So if we just put this like this, you're still in your area. Let me clear all
Okay.
this up so you're not getting confused. You're still in your area. So if it breaks below here, just get out your trade. It doesn't do just get out your trade. Not every trade is a winning trade. Just get out your trade, but it wasn't. It wasn't a losing trade. It was a winning trade. So we have nothing to worry about if we're in profit.
Okay. Okay.
You don't use any other indicator, right? Like whatever.
Mm-mm. Because none of these indicators. So this right here, none of this makes you money. None of it. This is just a measuring tool. This does not make you money. This is like some magnifying glass. I don't use none of this stuff. These are just boxes, triangles, and hearts. None of this makes you money. So it's all just counted as noise. None of this triangles, curves, this, that. This is just long position just to show you, hey, we're buying or selling. The other thing is just short position, so it's the other way around. This bar pattern, I've never in my life used none of this weird stuff. None of this makes you money. So just don't use it. Uh
Okay.
none of this. None of this, none of these triangle patterns. None of this stuff I showed you was any type of pattern. Everything I showed you was if there was anybody that was making money or creating money in these markets, you're gonna have to do it on price. It's the only way you make money. So if you're gonna have to do it on price, then I can only go off market structure and price. So let's just cancel all the noise out with these crazy or fancy indicators because if somebody's making $1 billion, you're not gonna give me all these indicators to win or make money. Like you'll give me stuff to lose. So I would rather not worry about what they're gonna give any of this stuff gives me, and I would just go off of price. Because you can't lie to me or manipulate me about price.
Okay. Okay. So you take only the zeros and 50s, no quarters, no crap. Okay. Okay.
I'm gonna send you, this isn't a course. Let me see if I can, oh, I'm gonna send it to your email. It's not a course, but it's just videos that I have more clients that they might have had questions that you didn't, I guess, think to have, or it's just extra help. And see if I just sent it to the WhatsApp thing,
Got it. Yes.
and it should be just a free access, and just get your email, and it should pull this up. This is what it is. This is
Okay.
what I just sent you. And all it is just courses. You just press course. It's hybrid markets. And then open up the course. And then it should be a bunch of videos. And this is strictly just help. It's just extra stuff like, oh, I didn't think of that or whatever. But this is all the same thing I'm teaching you. It's just with different clients. Just help. That's it. Um, do you already have a broker and everything?
Yes. I
Okay.
mean, yes.
I've seen yours, the Hanko.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I also, I mean, I also saw it, but I just kept the one I opened in January, and I said I'm not making money. I'm not going to try to switch to another broker. The broker is not the problem. That's
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, because the brokers don't matter. It's just understanding the charts, which
exactly.
which you understand now. And but you just to get better and better and better because you're probably just like I haven't like thought of the market this way. That's what the videos will start helping you be like, oh, okay, it's starting to make more sense. Like the more you do, the more it makes sense.
Okay.
What other questions? If you do need a different broker, you can use Plus 500. They have Forex, or Hanko Trade. I just want you to have multiple options of brokers.
Okay. Okay, I'll write down them as well. But I remember the Hanko from you. So,
Mhm.
can you check gold?
For sure.
Just
Did you trade gold today, or were you
yes,
just
and I
looking at it?
lost every day, and I lose every day.
All right.
Okay, so you daily.
so you go to daily just to quickly look at it.
Yeah.
So for your daily, you're in buys, period. Or
What do you
So,
say?
okay. So gold used to be something to where we were always just buying. Always, always, always.
correct.
Like since gold's been gold,
Yeah,
it's been buying.
yeah.
So we're in a weird era where it's just a weird era. So we can only go off of from here to here. And this is all we've
Okay.
been able to work with since
End
December
of December.
30th
Yes.
of 2025. The thing about gold when it comes to price, when I was saying, manipulations and everything, is we can't do the hundreds when it comes to gold like that because gold goes off of, let me see. Let's see. So
50,
it's already past
25.
that 5,000. So if we're coming down, what would it be like at four? Let me see. Let's see how this works, how gold goes. Because pricing is different. So, okay, 4,900 flat. It's not a coincidence that it was itching up to go up there. Okay, you see your other sale. What's over here? The freight 200 flat. So let me close all this. 200 flat. Uh, it should be just 000, but let me see.
It's okay.
It should just be just like this. So if I'm looking at these cells like this, you're gonna ask, why did you put those numbers? One, because I only enter and exit on price of whole numbers. And two, at those whole numbers, you see that, let me clear this away. At those whole numbers, you see it happen one, two, three, four times price came to this price and we just took off in sales. I'm only seeing everything happen and it can breaking everything down on the daily right here is because price is not like shooting down here and it's not shooting down here. This is all we have is between 5,400 and 4,200. So we can only play in here. I'm looking at this, how sales are going on right here. And I don't trade trend lines at all. This trend is just, I can see the higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. And if I'm going to enter on any of these higher lows, like lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, if I'm going to enter on any of these, it's going to be the highest of them all. So the highest of them all is at these whole numbers. So that just means I would do it like this. So if we miss that opportunity, the next opportunity would just be over here.
Okay, you know what's my problem in there?
Huh?
One of the hundreds. This, for example, I would have waited to see, let me see if it closes, the daily closes. Let me see this one, how it closes, because for me, it could be here.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the moment this one closed, I can confirm that it's going down and I already missed the entry here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't have
Uh,
to focus on the close so much because once the candle's taken off, it's taken. So like if you're waiting for this to close, it closed down here.
yeah. I mean, now because we're on a daily, but it happens the same to me when I'm on a minute. It's like, is it stopping? Is it wicking? Let me see how it closes, and then I wait for the
Get off
second
the
one.
minute chart. Get off the minute chart.
I will.
This
But
right here.
I'm sure it will be the same crap in the 15 and the 30 minutes. I doubt a lot. And when I decide to jump, then it's too late. Then I wait for a bit more. Then it goes back. Then I hope it comes back.
All right,
And
well,
then
let's change this. Let's change this. Since you're doing this, waiting for the candle to close, you would have took a loss right here. You're waiting for the candle to close, you would have took a loss right here. It's right here. You're waiting for the candle to close. You took a loss right. You're not taking losses. You're just late. You're waiting for the candle to close. It's right here. Like, how about let's change it? Let's change it. Let's see what happens.
yeah.
So when it comes to these whole numbers, just hold your ground. If you're in sales or you're in buys, it is what it is. If it's losing, close it. It's not gonna hurt to just close the trade. And if it goes in your direction, it's in your direction. Now you're just holding it.
If you go down to the 4 hours, would you find more entries there, or
Then all you would
like,
be
I mean,
doing. So if you miss this and you run the 4 hours,
then what?
The 800.
yep, because here, let's clear this off. So you're at the 800 point now. So when it broke below right here and it's sitting at we're on the 4 hour. So let me drop it down to the 30-minute. You can see that this line that we have straight across, everything above it is buys. Everything below it is selling. Even way over here, everything below it was selling. Everything above it is buying. So all you're doing is taking your entry at the zeros. Can you see where you would enter? Like, really, this is just right here is where you would enter. Oh, shoot. If you missed all this going up. If you missed the 900, all you did was just go down to 4,800. It did all its extra stuff, but once you're below it, broke down resistance, down. And don't wait. Just enter. Don't wait for the close.
Will you have taken also this one? Because I think it's in the 50s. I'm not sure. Or
Let me see. Let me draw it up. So 50.
which number? Okay, so you will have taken 50s. Ah,
So look how 50 is, breaks below, and it's
okay.
all right there. So boom, you did your own call at the 50. And never chase the
Yeah.
market. Don't chase the market. If you missed it, then like if you were trying to, so if this was at 750, 6. Oh, we already had the 800 marked up. 800's up here, and then this one is 750. So yeah, so anything in between that, you're not selling anyway. So yeah, there's no reason. 750. There's no anything in between it. You already see like it was just BS. The thing about gold that changes with the whole numbers is that you don't have a lot to work with, so you can only work on these 2 digits, this 80, this stuff. So yes, it will work because I seen people do this with gold. They try to do this, like they'll go 80 and then like 80, 70, 60, 50, but I wouldn't do it that way. I wouldn't do
I
it.
mean, my first one, it was using quarters. And the second one, he's saying that the tens matter.
And then by that time, I have all the numbers marked.
Yeah,
You
you'll
know,
have
all the lines there. Yeah.
everything.
But it makes more sense if I wait for the hundreds or 50s. That's it. There's no other entry.
There's no reason to do anything else. Make it simple for
What?
yourself.
Can you go back at to the 4 hours, please?
Why are we selling?
Why are we selling, right?
Because it was a bullshit area. Okay, and you didn't cross the 800. Of course. Okay.
We are, yeah.
Makes sense. And until it doesn't start making higher highs and higher lows.
Right here is where you're seeing these higher highs and higher lows. But once you see we get back into the sales, is right here. So this is where you're entered. This is where we entered. I mean, this is where you put your 550 and all that stuff. So since you already knew that we broke down into sales, you're just taking your sales.
Okay.
Did that clear up a lot?
Yeah, but it's
Simple. I'm not sure.
okay.
It's simple. It's supposed to be simple. It's not supposed to be hard and complicated.
Okay. So
Wait. So here, are you marking a new trend line, or you're just like, no, because this still belongs to this one?
I don't use the reason I don't, so the reason I'm just has the trend lines just so I can show you why like price is like it's breaking down. It's going down. You don't need none of this. I
okay.
could just clearly see that like, hey, we're not going any higher. So since we're not going any higher, we obviously are gonna have to go down because there's only going up and only going down or sideways. And we already did the sideways right here. So since we did our sideways right here, we're already breaking down. So that's why we would just be taking sales. I don't use the trend lines at all because you can't put a price on it. It's subjective. There's no price on a trend line. So I'm only looking at the whole numbers. So it'll be like, 800 and then 700 and then 600.
So right now,
With this stuff that you have here,
Mm-hmm.
will you still be searching for sales?
or because you have here, you have here a higher
Low.
Are you
Mhm.
searching for buys
I
already?
would wait. I would wait because it's on a 4 hour. I would wait. And because in history, we know like gold is not gonna go to zero. It's just not. It's not gonna go to 3,000. It's just not gonna go to 4,000. So at some point, yes, this has to turn around and go back
I
into the
remember.
buy.
I remember.
In the other entry, I think it was GJ,
You waited for
the higher to
Mhm.
change, you know?
Yeah.
And here we only have one, so we need another confirmation just to get in.
some.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
True. You will
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah, and it's just not gonna just keep tanking. It's gold. That's the thing about gold. With any other chart, yes. But with gold, when we're on a higher time frame, you can clearly see like we're only in between here and here. We're not gonna go all the way back down in time of 2001s down here. So it has to turn around at some point. And gold is like a safe haven for when billionaires don't want to use cash and all that stuff. They transfer it to gold or they're not in real estate. Gold's never going back to zero. That's just not going to happen. It's a safe
Yeah.
haven for cash. So I just don't see this like just like we're not going to be in sales with gold for long. It's just not happening. We have to go back into buys. It's a safe haven for banks, for governments. We have to go back into buys.
Okay.
So just don't hold off on these sales too long. So if it starts, reversing into buys, just look at the grand scheme of things. Like we can't just keep going low. Just wait until you get higher highs, higher lows.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know. It's too simple. Okay.
what do you want? Complicated?
Okay. No, obviously not. Okay.
Um, obviously I have to when you mark up your charts and everything when you're on a demo account, um, just try this system for the week because when we get on our second Zoom call, I have data of what you're doing. Right now, you have information, but I don't have the data of what does she do Mondays? What does she do Tuesdays on the charts? What does she do Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays? What is her bad days? What is her
Yeah.
good days? Is she taking multiple trades? Is she taking one trade? I have none of that information. So with a new system of trading it this way, and then throughout the week, I can have something to go off of what are you doing so that the next week
Okay.
we have a game plan of, okay, just don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that.
Okay. I will just paper trade this week with this
Mhm.
strategy.
It works. I see that you have Apple there.
Yeah.
It works.
With hundreds and fifties, right?
The pricing thing with the 150s change when it gets to like Apple. Like you see, let me see. I don't trade stocks, but I have clients that trade stocks. But let's see, because I don't trade Apple. I'm gonna be honest. So edit at 650. So if it was 250. So if it was at the 250, then yeah. I mean, you have that opportunity right there. But I don't trade stocks. If I did, this is what I'm gonna do. And this is where it entered, this is where it took off, and this is where if I traded stocks, this is exactly how I trade it.
Okay.
All your questions answered
Okay.
for now?
Okay. I don't know. I think I don't have question.
All right, if you we're gonna schedule another Zoom call when we have some more
Wait,
data for
I
this.
cannot hear you. Are you talking?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can you
Hello?
now?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry, maybe the battery was off. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we just got to get some more. I need more information on your trades. Like I got to see your trading. You have all the information now. You just got to execute.
Do
Um,
I send you screenshots? Should I take a screenshots or
if
I will
you
just
if you want,
we just share a screen? Let's next call.
yeah.
Okay.
If you want, you 100% can, but we're gonna bid on a Zoom call on Friday or Monday to see all the information anyway. So it doesn't matter. Whatever you want, whatever helps you, I'm here to help.
Okay, I'm gonna try to clean all the indicators that I have in my charts and
Mm-hmm.
just enter
Mm-hmm.
on the thing.
Yes.
Enter to see what happens.
Well, when the thing that does is now you have information and data. I entered, I didn't wait. What happened? Oh, nothing. I just take a loss. Okay, let's move on. What do I do now? What do I do now? What, let me do this. It's just optimizing. That's all you're doing, optimizing.
From all the currency pairs, you like more the GJ, right?
Yeah, I like Forex because it's a lot it's easier, I would like to say. It's easier. Gold is gold is fast. Indices, NAS 100, US 30. These are like really fast. I used to trade NAS 100 all the time. Um, to be honest, when Trump became president, it started like moving up really, really, really fast, real volatile. So since it was real volatile, I just started using Forex pairs.
And that which one is your favorite pair from there? The GJ?
GBP, JPY, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Anthony. I don't know. I think I need to reset my mind.
100%.
Okay.
All right, man.
Well,
Enjoy
if I
your
have
day.
any questions, I'll text you or whatever.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we see us next week.
All right. Enjoy your day.
You too. Thank you. Bye.